Why triathlon? Well, I've never been good at just doing one sport. I've tried that quite a few times and was always more interested in whatever else was going on than the actual individual sport I was doing. So fortunately I've been able to find one where I can do 3 of them, you know, as part of one sport. And yeah, and that keeps me occupied and dedicated to it, and consequently it seems to be the sport that I'm the best at. So that's why I chose triathlon. What is your greatest fear? There's not much that I really fear. I guess the one thing I worry about is letting people down, the people that put so much, you know, time and effort and resources into me having the best opportunity to do well. So at the end of the day, you know, it's an individual sport, so I'm the one that has to go out there and compete. So I guess my greatest fear is, you know, is letting those down that have put so much into me. So that's why I work as hard as I possibly can to avoid that happening. After triathlon, what will I do? Well, I'm not sure. It'll be probably something to do with sport. I've also always had a passion to work on Wall Street, but I guess that's kind of like a sport, just with money. I've spent some time doing some TV stuff with the Tour de France, doing some coverage. I've got a pretty good knowledge of a range of sports, and you know, and friends in pretty much every, you know, professional sport there is. So, you know, probably something in TV. Yeah, I'd say probably a bit like I am now. I'll just be pretty busy, just doing stuff, doing what I love. So, but I, you know, can't see myself ever retiring. I'll always want to be doing something and trying to achieve something. What's the strangest food you've consumed in a race? Oh. Well, I'm not really sure it would be strangest, but you know, I really love Milky Ways. You know, that's, I guess, you know, one of the sort of different things that you'll find on my bike, you know, in my food bin or in my special needs bag. You'll always find a two-pack Milky Way, so I can, you know, have one mouthful, save the other one for later, and, you know, look forward to that later in the ride. So yeah. How long do I think I could hold my breath? Well, I'm not the bravest person, so probably not very long. I'd probably get concerned that I'm going to, you know, stop breathing. But yeah, I mean, I know I can go the length of a 50-metre pool. And seeing as though my best 50-metre time swimming it is 29 seconds, I'm guessing it's probably, you know, closer to 40 seconds. Maybe 45. If me, Jan Frodeno, Lionel Sanders and Sebastian Kinley had a arm wrestling contest, who would win? Oh, I mean, I like to, you know, I'd like to say myself, but if you have a look at Sebi, he's got a pretty decent set of guns on him, so I think he'd be pretty tough to beat. You know, and being German, yeah, they're pretty strong Jews, those Germans. So yeah, I don't know if I'd back myself to beat Sebi in an arm wrestle, but I'd certainly take care of the other two. What's the first thing you usually do after finishing a race? Any specific reward or routine? You know what, you know, I really love to, you know, have a hamburger or a pizza, you know, something like that, something salty, and I guess, you know, like a bit of a treat. And I also love fizzy drinks. You know, I don't usually drink, you know, a lot of fizzy drinks, like sugary ones, unless I'm racing. But after races, that's I definitely smash a lot of fizzy, cold, icy drinks. Do you have an idol in sports? Who is it and why? Yeah, Floyd Mayweather. I'm a huge fan of boxing, the martial arts. I guess more so, I just really find it intriguing the training. I mean, everyone trains hard, but they train extremely hard and with an intensity that I've sort of never witnessed in other sports. And you look at the reality of that. If they lose, they get beaten up, badly hurt. I mean, if we lose, we just get beaten and go home sad. But their physically brutality means that they can actually be in quite a bit of trouble if they don't win. And for someone to have all the best fighters in the world try and basically knock his head off and beat him to a pulp, and to come out looking perfect with a perfect record, I really admire the way he's done his career and the success he's had, and I really enjoy following his him in his sport. What's your favourite spare time activity apart from sport? Well, my favourite thing to do when I'm not doing sport is to not think about sport. I love the fact that for whatever period of time I've got, I don't have to focus on my profession. And last question. Is it possible to do Kona bike course below 4 hours? Absolutely. Absolutely.